Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something quite interesting, actually.
Yeah. What's that?
It's this kind of digital snapshot, an old Bill Watterson fan website. Looks like it's from the mid 2000s.
Oh, right. Calvin and Hobbes. What are we trying to figure out from it?
Well, the idea is to sort of unpack what this early online stuff tells us about why Calvin and Hobbes has, lasted so long. It's magic.
Okay, yeah, I see. What's the first thing that jumps out?
For me, it's the big announcement. They're clearly buzzing about the Complete Calvin and Hobbes Volume 1.
Ah, the big collection. I remember when that was coming out. When was the date they mentioned?
September 1st, 2005. And just the fact that, a complete collection was such a big deal.
It really says something, doesn't it, about how much
Sure.
people were and still are attached to that strip.
Exactly. And get this, the site mentions pre-orders on Amazon were already $94.50.
Wow. 94.50 back then.
Yeah. That's not just a casual purchase, right? It tells you people saw this as like a serious collector's item,
Hmm.
something important.
Definitely signals major demand. It wasn't just another comic book.
And the website itself, its stated purpose was, and I'm quoting here, celebrating the greatness of the comic by Bill Watterson.
Celebrating the greatness. I like that. It's not just here are the strips. It's an active appreciation.
Right. It frames it as real art, deserving of recognition. Why do you think it already had that greatness vibe so strongly then?
Well, I think for a lot of people, it was never just about the jokes, was it?
No, not at all.
It had that mix of childhood wonder, but also like pretty deep thoughts, friendship, nature, philosophy.
All through this little kid and his, well, very real seeming tiger.
hmm And that context makes this other detail really stand out.
What's that?
The site lists two speeches Bill Watterson has made,
Huh.
specifically Ohio State in '89 and Kenyon College in '90.
Oh, that is interesting because Watterson, he's famously private. Yes.
Extremely. So the fact that fans were highlighting these rare public talks,
Mm-hmm.
it suggests they were searching for something more.
Yeah, like a peek behind the curtain. Knowing how guarded he was, those speeches must have felt like uh, hidden treasure.
Absolutely. What do you think people were hoping to find in them?
Maybe clues about his process or his own views on the things he wrote about.
I guess so. Given how smart the strip is, you'd expect his speeches to touch on creativity, maybe the meaning of art, perhaps even his take on society.
Yeah.
Stuff hinted at in Calvin's world.
And linking those speeches to the complete collection release, it feels like wanting to understand the creator alongside the creation.
Exactly. The artist and the art. You wonder what insights are actually in those speeches. Have you ever read them?
I haven't, but this makes me want to track them down. And then there are these other little details, sort of charmingly dated now.
Like what?
The site notes it's hosted on Gen 2 Linux.
Oh, Gen 2. Right. That was kind of a power user thing back then.
Yeah.
Very customizable.
Yeah. And it recommends using Mozilla Firefox as the browser. It just paints a picture, of the tech environment when this online fandom was taking root.
It really does. It grounds this appreciation in a specific time and a specific corner of the internet. Tech details, but they add context.
So, wrapping it up, what's the main takeaway for you from this little web artifact?
I think it's proof of that deep, lasting connection. The hype for the big collection, the reverence for Watterson's rare words, it all points to how profoundly Calvin and Hobbes resonated.
Yeah, it wasn't just a fad. That 2005 release was cementing its legacy, and the interest in the speeches shows people wanted to understand why it was so special.
They wanted to get closer to the source of that magic.
So, a thought for everyone listening. Next time you read Calvin and Hobbes, think about that moment, that anticipation for the complete story. And maybe think about the artist, Watterson, and what those quiet speeches might tell us about the mind behind that boy and his tiger.
Yeah, there's always more beneath the surface, isn't there?